to a top 8. It feels like they deserve it. But our attentions will start with this game here. Levi de Weerd against Nicolas99. But this time, Santu, Nicolas needs to be careful not to go down to 10 men after 10 minutes.
Absolutely, he needs to focus on the first minutes of the match, because every ball counts, like this one. And maybe not to get a red card in the first minutes.
Yeah, but as we said in commentary, Ryan, if there was a player that could somehow see out a match with 10 players and survive extra time at 110 minutes with a player less on the field, it was Nicolas, and he did that.
Yeah, if there was ever a game to symbolise Nicolas99 over the years of FC and in previous years as well, I feel like that game epitomises everything Nicolas is. Just resolute, clinical in the area. The thing is, there were some instances where he showed a few weaknesses, but he pulled through.
Well, here comes Levi now. Have to remember that 8 of these players that are in this round didn't have to play the extra round of 24 game because they were that good in the league phase across the last 2 days. Here comes Nicolas now with, am I blinking? Is that Raul?
What Raul?
You know, Nicolas likes his players that fit his play style. He's not afraid to go against the norm. You know, he just, Beckham, etc. Anyone that fits the style of play, he's happy to use.
I mean, we're not talking about a bad player at all.
Of course.
He's got a quick step, he's got a driven shot, he's got the finesse, so it's not bad.
Can you remember the last time these two played as well, Ryan Pessoa?
I do.
It was in the FC Pro Open as Levi tries to come forward now. What was the score in that game, Ryan?
Beat down. It was a battering. Levi de Weerd 7, Nicolas 1 in the quarterfinals. I remember Nicolas being fuming after that game.
Could be his revenge today.
It wouldn't be a bad time to get revenge, would it, Santu? Qualify for the eChampionsLeague with a result here. Remember, 2 games at the same time. As Jaden Groden or Ilian Bushi, one of those two will qualify for the eChampionsLeague final late in Munich. And so will Levi, or previous champion of this competition in Nicolas99. Here he comes now, Nicolas, with Harry Kane, and he's might have been maybe lacking 1 or 2 big play style pluses, Santu, but Jaap Stam has been very influential in these teams, hasn't he?
I'm gonna say this has been the best defender of the tournament so far, with his play styles and the physicality. Everybody shows it. Basically, 99% of the plays.
Oh, Levi!
Wow.
How about that one to kick off the game? A reverse elastico of dreams. And you speak about a player that's in all the teams down one end, Santu and Jaap Stam. Ricardo Kaka, he's been the goal scorer, hasn't he, these last few days?
It's an incredible goal. Reverse elastico, and that shows why Levi de Weerd is unbeaten in this tournament.
I mean, 5-star has been shown right now with a good reverse elastico and a good finishing with the left foot.
Oh my, he might just be the provider for Xavi for 2. It's a cheeky chip. Can he get round Van der Sar? No, he can't. There wasn't enough power in that one.
Not enough power, and there was also an instance where he could have done a speed boost into the space twice. I don't think he expected to get that fortunate behind the defensive line, and he
Hang
could
on a
get
second.
punished.
Nicolas straight down the other end. Patrick Vieira!
Ruthless.
It's the battle of the icons in the eChampionsLeague on the pitch. Kaka down one end, Patrick Vieira of all goal scorers down the other. But the most impressive part of this run was he just kept running.
I mean, we were talking about the physicality of Stam. He couldn't keep up with Vieira physicality, actually.
Yeah, the triggered run, and it goes to show how cutthroat FC can be in those important moments in these matches, because on one end, we could have been seeing Levi de Weerd 2-0 up. A couple of moments later, we see him conceding down the other end.
FC reels.
Well, 1-1 already in 17 minutes in this game here. I mean, if we can get a poll in the chat, we'll see what you guys are predicting of who makes it to the final 8. Will it be Levi or Nicolas? We have had a kick-off in our other game, by the way. Jaden against Ilian has kicked off. And it looks like the Seagulls might be on their way to a final 8. Kylian Mbappe. We haven't spoken about this enough. On top of that, the squad selection of Jaden, he's the only player still that hasn't backed Ruud Gullit, and it hasn't fazed him.
Yeah, I had a conversation with him earlier. I was quite critical on him not choosing Ruud Gullit in his squad, and He told me I need to apologise to him for that because it's been working for him. And of course, here's the poll. Who do you think will make it into the final 8? Levi de Weerd or Nicolas?
Speaking of Hullet now.
Oh.
Levi back in front, 2-1. That might swing the poll. You can have your say at home.
How good that goal hits, as finishing as well.
Just for people at home as well, Santu, that might not know the importance of just triggering that run of a centre midfielder. We've seen it from Vieira down one end, Hullet down the other. How easy is it to do, and you've seen how effective it is.
I mean, you just don't need to do the player lock. You just press L1 and the centre midfielder will run just through the defense. So people at home, just having a try about that, because it gives you more people and more unpredictability to your offensive play.
And it also forces the opponent to respect the run. Hold on a second. Corner whipped in. Jayden has fallen, fortunately. And he puts the finish into the bottom corner. Jayden starting off as he left yesterday. 2-0 lead. He's had an incredible week as well. Finishing his final university exams, winning a football tournament as well. And now he's looking likely that he could find himself in the final 8 in Munich.
He told me the words as well, that he's just finished university, to your point, Ryan, and unsure of what the future looks like for him in terms of being a pro player. If he goes far in this eChampions League, his decision might slightly be affected. Certainly would be if he was on the plane to Munich in a few weeks' time. What a start he's had, by the way. 2-0 he leads against Ilian, but one thing we know about Ilian Bushi, he will come back, he will score goals. Look across all the group games he's had. 5-6 in every game. Is it 3-1 here for Levi?
Gotta be. What a block that is from Stam. I know when he cuts inside, there's one ambition. Hold on a second. Corner whipped in. Too much power, goes out for a goal kick. But when Salah's in that area, Santu, of course, try and cut inside and look for the finesse shot.
Can we say there was a missed opportunity?
100%.
How are you timing that green, Ryan, and it's not being on target?
Just the power. I think that's the sticking point there. That's the difference.
Kane, Raul, Nicolas! 2-2, Raw square!
Santu and I, we just looked at each other. We were both thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
As the first goal, missed a key opportunity, straight down there and got punished. Exact same thing has happened here, carbon copy. But this time it's Harry Kane, left foot, low driven, and it's a deadly finish into the corner.
You have to capitalize every single chance you get at this top level.
Yep.
You cannot miss, I don't want to say an open goal because it wasn't, but almost. You have to capitalize it. You will regret at the end of the day, at the end of the match.
Absolutely. It's a key opportunity that was missed, but Nicolas is just, he's ruthless, you know. It's special player.
He won in 10 men down.
Hold on. No way.
My. What a start he's having.
Wow.
And as a Brighton fan, I have to say I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
3-0 lead for Jayden. That is unbelievable. If you remember Ilian's last game yesterday as well, it was a poor performance out there. He lost 9-1.
There's a world, Ryan Purcell, where the Brighton of Albion could have 2 players in an eChampions League final.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Big fans of both Jayden and Marley. Goes for goal there, Nicolas. Doesn't get fruitful that time.
It kind of feels a little bit deserved in some ways for those two lads. They were in the E-Premier League final 2 years in a row, and yes, they've had eChampions League FC from that, but they haven't had World Championship tickets, have they? And to get that far in the E-Premier League 2 years
multiple
and not really
times,
be rewarded.
Honestly, it breaks my heart. They're good people. They deserve to have the success. They have the ability as well, so it's great to see both of them doing well in the eChampions League.
Santu, Mystery League. A lot of people asking about it. Have you heard any guesses?
I mean, we're looking at one of the players that is playing that league, so...
Oh, is that a little bit of a hint, is it? One of these players...
You got 50% chance to get it right.
Represents the league. Here's Mohamed Salah in for 3-2. I mean, it was a fortunate bounce back, but it was all about the timing of that Trivela. Timed it green. Levi back in front for a 3rd time in this game.
Yeah, clinical finish, as you said, with Mo Salah in the area there. Takes the turn, goes over onto the left foot for that Trivela. And there's a goal back in the game between Jayden and Ilian Bushi. Plays it towards the byline with Kaka. Driven pass. It's a mishap. It's awful.
Ooh.
It's awful, Santu. You can't afford to make mistakes like that.
We were just talking about missed chance, so at the same time, you cannot do this kind of mistakes at this top, very top level.
Well, it wouldn't surprise if Nicolas just goes down the other end. That makes it 3-3 before half-time. In case you missed the first round of the knockouts in the round of 16, Emre Yilmaz booked his spot in the final 8 in Munich, beating Neat 5-4, and it was the 16-year-old of Bulgaria, Alian Lyon, taking down Resende 2-1. Two more players will book their ticket to Munich from this round here, and it will be a quarter-final matchup locked in. Which, if the scores were to stay like this, I highly doubt they will, would be Levi against Jaden. There's a Trivela, which has taken a little deflection on the way through. He might just be pickpocketed here, though. Vieira, that one.
Gets away with it.
Slightly harsh foul. Well, update over here. Best way you can reply. This is such a high line, Santu, we're seeing from Ilian Bushi. 4-1 down.
For a moment, I thought he was playing at 3 at the backs.
Yeah, why is it so open? So open there, Santu.
Do you remember the last games years ago where you can adjust depth and,
the width
and the width as well? It looked like 95 width.
He's got to get that together, Ilian Bushi, because he's just conceded again. I think that was like 25 minutes in that game, by the way.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Ilian, one of the best attackers, in my opinion, in the scene, but defensively,
lacks a bit.
He does lack a bit, and he tends to concede quite a few goals. Yesterday and on day 1 as well, conceded 5 in one game, conceded 6 against Tex, conceded 4 against Ivan Nilsson, 9 against Di Fernandez. So he is somebody that does concede goals. Also scores a lot of them.
Goal back. That's the thing, isn't it, Ryan? As much as we're...
Oh,
was a penalty as well. It wasn't a red card by any means. It was just a opportunity there for Harry Kane to get him back in the game. But to the point we're saying, he might concede goals, but he can score them. And in 9-minute halves, we saw an 8-7 earlier.
Yeah, and that's 6 goals between both of those players in 26 minutes.
Oh, maybe he got an extra pass here for Salah.
I saw that.
Maybe he could have chosen that way.
Half-time in this game, Levi 3-2 up against Nicholas. It gives us a chance to give the other game a bit more love. 6 goals, as you said, in 27 minutes is absolutely ridiculous between these two. I think defending might have been thrown out the window. Yeah,
absolutely. Another attack here from Jaden. Easy turn, goes for the pass. Maybe Santu could have been more direct to just run into the space.
Yeah, I saw that space. I thought, yeah, just go through that and shoot with Kaka. Just go, you got finesse, you got 5-5, you got the driven shot.
Yep.
Just shoot it.
He's a little bit hesitant there, wasn't he, Jaden? We'll get another chance now. Mbappe, can he pull away with that 99 pace on his UCL item?
See, Ilian defense is so no width, actually. Like, I mean, the opposite. It's a lot of width compared to Jaden.
Well, there's the overlap that he will offer you on the offensive side, but defensively, there isn't really anyone on back. Good save from Alisson.
Triggers so many runs, even with the fullbacks. You see Llorente running on the overlap. He's happy to...
Is he doing that with both sides of the pitch there, Ryan?
I'm not sure, because it just looks so... Look at this. Every single moment Jaden wins the ball, counter-attacks are an option.
That explains why he's been so free-flowing in the attacking third, because look at this. Every time there's so much space. This time Rivaldo. Can he pull inside for a Trivela? There it is. He was time green. Alisson comes out, does enough to give away a corner. That goes as far as Hullet, who still just about has it, Ruud Hullet. Oh no.
Oh no, you can't do that.
You cannot concede those kind of goals. You just cannot. Twice in the same game.
Look at that again. It's a way back into the tie. That didn't need to happen.
Twice.
When he gets there with Thuram, why is he not just going long?
Twice. You've given Ilian a lifeline. And from then now, you're going to start, in my opinion, if I'm Ilian in that position, I'm going to be pressing even higher now, because I know you're capable of making those sort of mistakes defensively. Yes. Long game left for Jaden.
I mean, he started so good, but now with those mistakes, he keep on doing that, and he can boost the confidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Back over to this game, though. Levi de Weerd up against Nicolas.
That's our main game. Oh, my God.
He's done it again. Just not stop.
Oh, my God. Iliad Bushi, 4-4 against Jaden. All that hard work.
There it is. We just say that.
Waved away. That might be the best half of FC I think we'll see in terms of goals going in.
Come.
4-4.
Come off it. Sorry, I'm just looking behind me. I'm just looking at both of the players. I can't even... Good tackle there from Stam. He gave the ball away, Santu.
There's another goal gone in that game.
How can... honestly, I got nothing to say there. I feel
Nicolas, to try and tie this one up at 3-3. Back to Kane. That was well read by Yashin.
Can I say he should have smashed it into the second post instead of trying the driven shot with Harry Kane.
Just about gets the ball down the line. Could be a counter-attack. Look at the triggered run. Both sides, you'll see the space. Good step again from Stam. I agree with you, Santu, though. Stam has been ridiculous. Nightmare to play against at home as well. He's just such a good player in the game.
Ginola. Down the other end for Nicolas now. Can't forget the last year he was out of the group stages. That one comes in.
And again, he's keep on trying that driven shot from outside of the box, or very far from the keeper.
Corner comes in now for Nicolas. Lucio, not the man you want on Elzambrotti. You want an attacking player to try and have that shot. Time green, Trevella.
With Lucio. He tried it.
I mean, why not?
I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. Because you're thinking, why would you move the keeper there?
There's this ball bouncing around. Yashin turned into Superman for a second.
Nicolas is definitely listening to our stream right now.
Seems to be on the ascendancy as well.
The pressure that he's piling on. Former eChampionsLeague winner. And a moment in play for Levi. Just to have a breather and to try and regain some composure, or at least possession for a minute or two. Well, that's in a pause. Let's jump back over if we can, because are we in half-time? We're not even at half-time yet. 4-4. Feels like a 90-minute match we played here, Ryan.
We could even see another goal. Ilian on the attack. He's got time to see if he can take the lead.
Added time with 3 minutes for a first half. I think that just shows how much has happened. Half-time there. And Jaden must go into half-time, Santu. Scratch his head and be like, how have I not come into the half-time interval with more behind me in terms of the scoreline? Because he did start really well, but it was one or two gifts, is the best way to describe it, where he just gave Ilian a chance to come back in the game.
I mean, maybe he just went overconfident by himself at the very start of the game, so he maybe just relaxed a bit, and now he's trying to build up again the confidence for the second half.
Is there an element as well, Ryan, that in his mind he's like, this is a qualification game, I can't bottle it? You know, there's a...
Subconsciously, always that'll go through your mind. The one good thing is, it seems like Jaden's demeanour isn't too downbeat. He seems okay. It's just, as a player, you've been in those positions where you've been leading comfortably, and you may have given up a lead. And I always say the one saving grace is that there is still time left in this game. The only issue is, it could go against you as well, so it's a difficult one.
Straight down to this one now in the second half. I mean, look, just looking at Jaden's record in the group stage, it wasn't really much of a warning that he does concede a lot of goals. Although he was in the top 8, he scored 29 and conceded 26. He does ship a lot of goals. Can Nicolas get around Yashin there with Kane? No, he can't. I mean, we'll ask the chat, because there's a lot of love both ways. Who wins that game, Jaden or Ilian? We'll give you both ending moments.
Great ball.
There's Roberto. All the way from left back, could have went down to ground there if the contact was a bit more. We know what Nicolas has been like at times at the back with some of his decisions he's made today. I think he's onside. Marcus Llorente. Bombing on from fullback. And his last 5 minutes or so have been quite frantic. Pull it. Finds Rivaldo for Nicolas. That could have been a penalty shout there, maybe, for a second.
Yeah, loves a low dribble, Nicolas does, you know. Loves it. In those situations, he's happy to shoot across goal or near post with it.
I mean,
that's the poll in the chat.
Do you think if the low-driven play style was never added, it would have shot that way?
No.
I mean, you just press the shot power.
Nicolas always, I say always, at the start of the season and even in previous years, sometimes he would do it near post just to catch the player off guard or the opponent off guard in case they move the keeper. But the low-driven play style now just adds it, the effectiveness of it,
but it
so
tricks
much
you.
higher. Yeah.
It tricks you to try and to find the score. In that way, maybe it will be more effective to try another kind of shot.
Nicolas spoke earlier as well about his pressing this season, how he feels like manually he can defend a lot better, he can squeeze the opponent into mistakes. You can just see, look at just the way he's hounding Levi on the ball.
He said in the interview before as well that he likes to be more manual in this game compared to the others.
Yeah.
Which there's no surprise that he enjoys having far much more control over everything that's happening on the screen.
Damn.
It really is a battle between two players that are already at the World Championships, two of the best, not just in Europe but in the world. It was always going to be a tight game. And it's certainly not been as frantic as Jaden against Ilian. Both those two players battling out for their first ever eChampions League final eight. Certainly it's a different match to what we saw in February when these two played in the quarterfinals of the FC Pro Open. In case you missed it, Levi beat Nicolas 7-1.
You just know this one-goal lead isn't safe.
No, absolutely
You know it's not safe. Look at the triggered runs, beautiful. Zé Roberto.
Keep an eye on Kaka's run there. Just face a player lock into him, gets Nicolas thinking about a potential dangerous situation.
Do you
Lost
know
the
what?
tempo.
Nicolas defended that so well, though. Like, he didn't dive in, and when he did, he stepped across very, very well and timed to perfection, and it just stopped Levi's attack.
It didn't commit just to one
Yeah,
side.
it's so good. Oh, it's beautiful.
Hang on, Nicolas Vieira again! He might not be the everyday goal scorer, but in the eChampions League, he's clutched up not once but twice for the Iceman.
I mean, I don't think you bring Vieira to expect to score two goals.
Literally.
Yeah, but it pays off.
Absolutely, sigh of relief there, a little spot to the coach, but Vieira's pulled up clutch in this game to bring him back into it. It's just a quick little layoff, the snappy pass there to get the space and trigger the run in behind and the composure to finish it as well.
Yeah, you said one goal wouldn't be enough, Ryan. You're absolutely right on that. Sort of a game that feels like it needs extra time. This one, though, believe it or not, there's not been any goals in over 20 minutes. It doesn't sort of feel right.
It feels like another match right now.
Yeah.
It does. Maybe they've tried to tighten things up ever so slightly.
Followed the run there well initially, but then moved across. This could favour Jaden for a little cross to the back post, blocked.
Do you think there was a change maybe in tactics at half-time between these two?
Yeah,
Why the game is so different now?
Potentially, I think it could be a psychological thing as well in terms of not wanting to take as many risks as the clock ticks on, because you don't want to make another mistake if you're Jaden or Ilian. I saw a brief look at the stats there. 17 shots for
I was
Ilian.
about to say that.
Boy, 17.
What's the XG looking like? Oof, must be high. Are we on for a match winner here? It will guarantee yourself $10,000 before a ball's even been kicked in Munich. Rivaldo. Trivella! Green as always from Levi de Weerd. Is that the goal to send him off to an eChampions League final?
That's a crazy goal. I'm gonna be honest, I was giving a little round of applause there. The way he built up there, Santu, everything was, he wasn't just calculating the attack on his part as well. He was thinking about Nicolas, what he's doing defensively. Here we go again. You can't.
No way.
No, serious.
He's got in front. Ilian Bushi has got in front in this game for the first time. say 4.
4 mistakes there from Jadon. You've given, I'm not even, honestly, you've given 4 goals. Wow.
We'll join it live now for just over the last 15 minutes or so.
Wow, wow, wow.
People in the chat saying that Levi v Nicolas should have been a semi. I mean, it should have been 2 players on the way to an eChampionsLeague, in all honesty.
Literally.
And they wouldn't have matched if they both were in the top 8 yesterday from the league phase. They would have. This would never have been a game.
It could be even the final, actually.
Yeah, if Nicolas had just won 1 game yesterday, this wouldn't have happened. Just 1 game to get into that top 8.
Yeah.
Levi de Weerd, last 5 minutes of this game, though.
How does he play this?
I feel like you can't play for last attack. It's too soon, in my opinion, in a 9-minute half, and you don't want to invite too much pressure because, especially if you're keeping possession in your own half or the middle part of the field, Nicolas will eat you alive. You need to be in these areas, the offensive area, to try and keep the ball.
You know Nicolas is going to get 1 more chance, don't you? As much as you hold on to the ball.
I can try to spot some emotion in those 2 faces, but they are literally just too focused on the game.
Levi will let out the biggest roar once he wins this game, if he wins this game, I should say.
Yeah, if.
Because you're defeating someone that is capable of winning the trophy. You would put Nicolas as top 3 favourites, people would say, if you're looking at the remaining names in this tournament. And if you're able to eliminate him, that obviously increases your chances of getting your hands on the trophy. It knocks out a previous winner as well.
Hang on a second. Added time of 2 minutes.
Have I spoken too soon? Wait.
Surely not Patrick Vieira's on for a hat-trick.
way.
It's a Nicolas!
You have spoken too soon, definitely.
Wow.
Year after year, there is still ice in those veins.
Look at this ball from Hullet. Look at it. The space just opens up, zips it in, and it's Raul with the finish. Wow. Nicolas, all ends up, manages to equalise.
With his man, Raul.
Yep. The Iceman, Nicolas, unbelievable. I feel like I spoke it into existence. I might just not say anything, you know, for the rest.
This is the commentary too.
Yeah,
There was only 2 minutes left in the game. We thought Levi was on his way to an eChampionsLeague. Nicolas replied, we said the game deserved extra time. This one might also fancy some extra time as well, because Jadon
cheeky.
is trying to manoeuvre his way around Makaka. I think he saved it with his head there.
I was saying the same.
See John in the chat, I know I jinxed it. That's on me. But that low driven, it was happening. It was going to come sooner or later. He's taking loads of those chances.
Raul as well. Of all icons in the team, Nicolas loves him.
His play styles are insane.
Yeah.
Like, he's got unbelievable play styles. It's just not someone that would be an option for... Oh, sorry, I zoned out for a second. I thought we saw another goal.
Yeah.
I was thinking, wait, what?
Again?
This one, a massive chance from Jadon, just went wide. That was the corner that he won. 8 minutes away. As we join it live now, we're jumping between the games.
Oh, what a tackle.
That was it. Extra time here. Confirm. We'll leave them to it in their pause.
Let's go back.
We'll jump back to Jadon against Ilian Pusic, who has been a few big games away from World Championships in his time. He is 4 minutes away.
It's close.
From an eChampionsLeague final, though.
And the thing is, Brandon, that'll be playing on his mind because he's been so close.
Don't speak too fast again.
Fine, I'm not saying anything. He's been so close before. He knows he doesn't want to experience that same heartbreak again. Beautiful dinked in, and
he's giving him a chance.
Oh.
He's giving him a chance.
Uh-oh.
Is it the last attack?
Oh, he went for the through ball.
In these moments, now you try and just keep the ball. And he's...
Again.
Yeah. All right. No, seriously, though. No more from me.
Just tell us what's going to happen, Ryan. Give us a prediction.
Ilian is taking all the seconds that is available to keep the clocks keep on running.
Well, it looks like there's going to be some French representation in Munich. Won't just be PSG out there. Losk Lille will also be on their way with their pro player, Ilian Pusic. Bushi going to get one more goal to seal the deal? Or is Jaden going to get one more roll of the dice?
You're joking.
Has to get that ball moving now. Any time of 2 minutes. Has Ricken got the legs around Mendes? He does. But can he make the most of this one? Mbappe intercepted by Lucio. Ilian Bushi.
Let's go!
He's on his way to the eChampionsLeague final. He can't quite believe what he's just done.
Wow.
A lot of emotions.
My heart aches for Jaden and Zach Moore. They were so close. But a massive congratulations to Ilian, who has been moments away from these situations and hasn't managed to cross the line. And for him, he's always had the ability, and now to make it into the top 8, into Munich, giving himself the chance to win the trophy. An incredible comeback.
I mean, too many mistakes from Jaden, sorry. You cannot concede those mistakes at this level, definitely.
Well, it was 12 months ago that man was in tears when he lost to Anders Vergang in a qualifier for the World Cup, the eSports World Cup. That was honestly inches away from a World Championship ticket via the E-League 1 this year. His intentions had to change to this tournament in the eChampionsLeague. It's heartbreak for one side. So hang on a second.
Straight off the bat,
I think there's been 2 goals in this game.
Yeah, straight off the bat, Nicolas concedes, 91st minute or so. Levi de Weerd in
Levy's
extra
up.
time.
4 minutes later, Ryan, this happens.
Wow. Again.
The low drivens.
Wow.
Low dreamers from Rahul.
It's lucky sure he's not here, because he'll be saying he knows the low drivens.
Yep.
He really does, Nicolas. Jaden, word on him quickly.
He should be proud, but I'm proud of his performances, but you can't, there's nothing you can say when you lose a game that close and so close to a golden ticket to the grand finals in Munich. It's obviously painful, but honestly, he should be proud, but it's just such a difficult one, Santi. It's so hard to get good words, and it's just a difficult moment.
I mean, you started so good that match.
Hang on, Levy, Marquisio, massive save at the start.
You know, I'm honest, I'm heartbroken for him. I'm a big fan of both Jaden and Ilian.
I know he's only around the corner from us, but it's those mistakes.
Yeah.
What start to the game he had in that, Santu? He was
winning 4-1. Am I right?
He had a 3-goal cushion. Nicolas
so
now. Ricken bonded off the ball. Harry Kane was looking just to put it into a path of Raul.
The thing is, sometimes we always say as well, even with Shells and Gravison and Tommy speak before in previous years, sometimes you take the lead too early by that margin. Sometimes it's like, ooh, obviously you would love it to take it like 80th minute, but being 4-1 up in what, 20 minutes? There's still a long way to go.
2 minutes away from half-time and extra time. Nicolas looking to go into the break with a slight advantage. Raul recycles it.
That's icy.
One word: composure.
Yeah.
99% of the world will have shoot from there, from that angle, but he did pass.
I promise you, look at this here. I'm shooting right here.
Yeah.
I'm shooting here again. Keep it, like, honestly.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here, literally. Nicolas is different. He's different.
Cool, calm and composed as always, that man. First time he's really been able to be in a leading position against Levy.
Honestly, if Nicolas wins this game, I know you're going to say I'm going to jinx it, right? But come on, man. That is just...
It's just Nicolas, isn't it?
Look at what he's been through.
We used to.
Look at what he's been through, though.
He got 1 point yesterday.
What, day one, he was...
9 from 9.
9 from 9, and then 1 point from a possible 9. And then he had 10 men against Fuma for so long of that game. Goes into another game where you're playing another champion in Levi de Weerd. It's just, come on. What's going on here? I know when I say champion, I know Levi didn't win the domestic league this year, but a pride champion in that league, of course. It's just, wow.
I mean, you're right to say, Ryan, look, he's up against 11 men to his 10 against a 5-time French E-League 1 champion. And still Nicolas somehow saw that game out. There is still 15 minutes to go, though, after this half-time interval. Levi will get chances. He has also dominated periods of this game. Let's go! That was the reaction of Iliad Bushi. And exactly what it meant to him. Top 8 confirmed. Tears in his eyes.
It meant the world for him.
Yeah.
Because you know how important it is what he achieved just right now.
Yeah, I was there a few weeks ago in Paris where he lost that final. And it was, honestly, I felt so bad for him. Like, my heart ached for him because he was so close. He performed so well throughout the day, throughout the season. And in those moments, even though you qualify for the eChampionsLeague, you kind of feel like, not a failure, I think that's a bit of a stretch, but you feel like it was for nothing.
I mean,
you know what I mean? It's so hard to explain it. But I've been there, I get it. But to show the strength as well, to bounce back a few weeks later and perform this well and qualify for the finals in Munich.
Maybe during the match, he thought about that.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought, yeah, I still lost the final.
Yeah.
I need to go through that.
Well, the truth is the matter, Ryan, is that no one cares about how good your league period was. Are you at the eChampionsLeague? Are you at the World Championships, isn't it? And it's as harsh as it sounds, but only the pros could experience that journey.
For me, he's at one, and honestly, deservedly so this season. He's been unbelievable. One of the best players, not just in France, not just in Europe, but in the world. So it's good to see him get his deserved success.
Well, he's there at Munich. That's 3 names confirmed on the plane. It's the winner of this game that will play him in a quarter-final on the 28th of May, when the ECL finals will conclude in Munich. Just a few days before the actual Champions League final. Nicolas can wrap it up now. Rivaldo! Is that the goal to send him into the final 8?
Honestly, I'm going to request an analysis segment. Take a look at this here. Look at the triggered run he's done. You have to follow it, but then he's triggered the Rivaldo down the middle there. Nah, you know what, Nicolas?
This is... I don't have words. I don't have words to describe it.
He's crazy.
Just amazing. He's crazy. He sees things that don't exist for other people.
Yeah, he manipulated the space with the triggered runs, and for Levi, he didn't really do anything wrong. You have to follow that run. I think it was Llorente, I believe, in right back, making that darting run down the line. But then he's not only done that, whilst he's triggered him, he's also tapped L1, pointed the left stick towards Rivaldo, whilst also being player locking. And it's come on.
Basically,
I know Gravison will agree with me, that's special.
It's basically impossible what he's done.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, it's impossible to defend, but I'm trying to think, if you're Levi in that position, what do you do?
Yeah, how do you defend that?
Because I don't think Levi's done anything wrong there.
You have to commit to that one player, and every choice you make, you will make a mistake
exactly,
on the other side.
That's what I'm saying. It's like chess, and he's a master at it. Nicolas, unbelievable to turn this game on its head as well. I thought Levi was, honestly, I thought he'd win the game.
Levi.
Oh, you got the extra pass.
Offside, possession changes hands, 7 minutes away. And up to this point, unbeaten was Levi de Weerd after a incredible eChampionsLeague league phase in the first 2 days of the competition.
Hold on.
There's one back, surely, Rivaldo!
Hey, game on. Hold on.
He's not out of this yet!
It's never over with those guys.
Just a speed boost here. Gets the ball with Xavi into Rivaldo. The space seemed to open up. It was very, very committed there with Van Dijk to try and
It's
get
too
there.
easy.
Yeah, it looked easy. I think when he switched over to Van Dijk, maybe he didn't anticipate that touch.
I reckon this is going to go penalties.
Is that the Brandon Smith jinx?
Giving it to you now.
You say that it's going to penalties?
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
They're calling me the jinx in the chat. No, but it's true though. I said earlier, Levi Finn, I never really say that he's someone that I think would like win the tournament, but he's so good. And today they asked me, who do I think is going to get in the top 8? Levi Finn. Boom, out. I'm the Grim Reaper. So I feel like I'm just, you don't want me backing you because you might be out.
Pro players, if you're listening, never ask your prediction to Ryan.
Whatever I say, it's the opposite.
Well, at least he's got 11 players on the pitch this time, Nicolas. I'm sure he will feel a lot more confident to try and see out the remaining time here. Doesn't need to score again. He's 2 minutes away from being back in the final 8. He was a champion of this tournament in Stockholm, Sweden a few years ago. Was group last year, which was an absolute shock. No one expected that. 12 bumps on. He's already had a much better season, which sounds ridiculous to say, but he really has. Can he defend one more attack from Levi? How much added time will there be? Just a minute, it's not going to do him any favours. That ball has to get past the halfway line.
Where he's jockeying second man press as well, getting the lanes, the plays in front of the passing lanes.
Are we in for penalties? If you can get an equaliser here, Victor Ababo trying to find the gap. Full-time result. Nicolas qualifies.
He didn't even know.
He didn't even know. He didn't realise that it was over.
For the eChampions League, there was just a second of hesitation. He wasn't sure if it was full-time or a free kick. And every year the question looms. Has Nicolas still got what it takes to compete? You never need to ask the question, because he's always there amongst the best, Ryan.
Nicolas, honestly, he's inevitable. Again, I say commiseration to Jaden in the previous game, but the sentiment